In this ASPI analysis for September 24, I'm going to concentrate on events in Syria in the last 36 to 24 hours, which have been very busy indeed. We've seen 12 American airstrikes into different targets in Syria, accompanied by 5 Middle Eastern countries, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Qatar, Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates. The US has not revealed complete details about Arab involvement, but they've said a majority, so at least 3 of the 5 were actually involved in strikes against ISIL targets and also against an Al-Qaeda affiliate group known as the Khorasan Group. This is a very significant development and a stepping up of the coalition campaign, significant for a number of reasons. First, we see with the Arab world providing substantial and direct military support into the operation. Clearly there's one thing which is able to unite many Arab countries, and that's their concern about the threat posed by ISIL to their broader long-term interests. In terms of Pentagon reporting, I understand that those 12 strikes involved 160 munitions being deployed onto a series of different targets. We're advised that in the case of ISIL, that involved a major finance centre, a headquarters area, command and control, some training areas and also a number of vehicles. The strike against the Khorasan Group is also significant. A separate stream of intelligence reporting apparently led the Americans to believe that a direct attack against American interests or European interests was in contemplation by the group, and that's why that particular strike was undertaken. The United States, through their mission in New York, advised the UN that the legal basis on which they were undertaking these strikes was in protection of Iraq targets, and it would appear that the United Nations has accepted that that is an acceptable justification for military operations in Syria. So in summary, around the Syrian position, I think we've seen a significant stepping up of American and coalition military action. We've also seen an end put to the debate about whether or not there is an acceptable international legal basis for action in Syria itself as opposed to solely in Iraq. And we've also seen, I think, a very strong public military commitment on the part of Arab states to become part of the coalition. The final thing that's worth mentioning is the Israeli Air Force shot down a Syrian aircraft which encroached into Israeli airspace over the Golan Heights. It would appear that that is unrelated to the American and coalition attacks into Syria in the last 24 hours. It may simply reflect a Syrian aircraft which was slightly off course. And there have been some recent examples also of the Turkish military shooting down Syrian Air Force incursions into their air territory. The underlining message, of course, is that air defence systems throughout the Middle East are on a permanent hair trigger.